Okay, so last time we finished with the create function, okay, and we already did the create function. Okay, I guess it is now working. Let's say I have the create, okay. So I don't know what happened to the Chrome before. Now it is working in the Chrome. Maybe there's something wrong with the Chrome at the time. So when I restart it, it works. So, yeah. We can also do the update, and let's see how we update the data from the JavaScript. So I would like to make the function in the fuse.py. So in this case, I'm using the fuse underbar Crud. So in the fuse underbar Crud, you can make two additional functions. So this is the edit and update. So in the edit, we have the post. We want to get only one ID. Okay. So you already remember get. What is the difference between get and filter? Yeah, I don't use filter here. But if you still remember, last time we have get, it is to get only one ID. If you filter, then you will get many ID. I want to edit, then it means I just can edit one. And then if I edited one, I would like to put the ID into the HTML file p underbar edit. If I want to update it, I want to access this one. So the access is to get the ID again, and then I would like to modify the title based on the title information, and then I want to update the content based on the content information. And then I will save it, and I would like to back to the index. So this index means I would like to return back to the index.html. Okay, so this is the function. Now let's put two more head on the URLs. So I'm using the urls.py. In this case, I'm using the urls underbar Crud. Okay. So we have the read, we have create, and now we have edit. And for this edit, we will edit in the particular ID. And then we are going to edit, and suppose I'm going to update it. So I will make a new link, and then I will just go to update, and then make the update. Now you need to put this one into the pedit.html. Okay, let's create another page, pedit.html. So we have p result, we have another HTML file which is pedit. So if you still remember, we can create form. So I want to create a form to edit the information from the JavaScript, and in this case I would like to extend the base, and then I have the body, and the body is form. So this form we will use the CSRF token. So this is the token that I will check from the Django, and then I will have the first is the ID, and then next is the title, and then next is the content. And then I would like to update it, so I can just click this button. Now, in the JavaScript, so we need to add two functions in the JavaScript, which is the script underbar Crud, and then place in the edit and update section. So the code below is for the edit. Okay, we will look at more details on this one. And then the other is for the update. So let me just copy and paste this one, and then let's open the JavaScript. So I put the comment here, I create. This is to add the create function. You can go down and then you can find the edit. So in the edit section, you can paste the edit function, and then in the update, you can also paste the update section. Didn't work. Okay, wait a moment. Okay, so after this one, let's see. So refresh, and then let's suppose I want to update the number 5. So I will edit. It didn't work. Okay. Then the X. Okay. In Chrome, I don't know. Okay, so let me change the content. Let's say I change to 5555. Then if I update, then it shows the message updated. Okay, now it becomes 555. What happened to the Chrome? Okay, something stuck in the Chrome. Okay, let's just use the ads at this moment. Okay, anyway, let's look at the code. So in the edit, you will see that, yeah, we know the dollar sign. The dollar sign means we want to access the HTML file. And then I want to access the document. And then when I click dot edit, what is it? Dot edit. Then it means if you go to the P result, so you will see a class. Okay, the class name is edit. Then we want to refer to this class in order to modify. We want to modify after we click this class. So it means the class name should be the same with what you want to do in this function. And then I would like to make this $ID, let's make this is a variable. So this variable is from this. So if you learn Java before, you will know that this is a kind of object. Okay, so this object means the page that you open now, or this object is about the data or the ID that you open in the page. And then, yeah, I would like to get the name. So the name, it means this is from the attribute name that we have on the page. Okay. So in this case, in the pay result, okay. So if you see this one, we can have the name. So this name is about the PID. Okay. So we are going to put this into the JavaScript. And I would like to get this name and I want to put it into the variable, which is the $ID. And then when I want to open the link, so the link will be edit and then plus the $ID. So this ID is the ID that I already clicked on the edit button. When I want to update, so I would like to choose this one. So here is dollar, sorry, update. It means I would like to access the ID update. So this is the ID update. You know that if it is dot, then we want to call the class. If it is shop, we want to call the ID. So it's different and you need to distinguish that one. So I'm going to access the ID update and then I'm going to click it. And if we click this one, then let's run this function. So first I would like to get the title and then let's get the value. So this shop title means the ID title. And then shop content means the ID content. And then I want to put the value as the variable title and content. If it is blank, then please complete the required field. Means you cannot have blank content. Else you will do this one. So the first will be, I would like to check the ID. Because we will keep the ID, but we will update the content. We will update the title and we will update the content. So the ID will be the same and I would like to connect to the URL which is from the Ajax. So the URL will be dot update. Do you know what does it mean by dot update? So we are going to use the existing. If the existing is added, then I would like to use the existing link or the existing URL, and then I would like to add with this update, and then I would like to add it with the ID. So that's why when you look at this, when you look at the urls.py, you will see this one. The first is edit and then it goes to the folder or the link update and then you want to get the ID. And then the type is post. It means I would like to hide all the details. And then here I would like to update the data, which is the title and then the content. And yeah, this one is to get the CSRF middleware token from the Django, and then yeah, we are going to put the value here, so it can access the server through the JavaScript. If it is success, it means if no errors, then let's go back to the original link. This is the original link, so it means we will go back first and then we will go back second. And then we will print updated. So if we go back two states, it means, we have Crud, and then we have edit, and then we have update, something like this. Then we will return back two times. So from update, we will go back to edit. From edit, we will go back to Crud. Okay, so that's about the update. The last part is about how we want to delete. Okay, so this is the explanation of the Ajax. Yeah. So this is about the name, the attribute name from the P result, and then this is the URLs. And then, yeah, we have this value, and then we avoid the null values. And then this is from the post ID from the P edit. And then we are going to use the ID name in this update. And then we are going to go back to the define name. Okay. So the next one is about the delete. How can we delete this? So let's make a function delete. So this function delete is in the view underbar crud.py. And then I would like to access the ID that I want to delete. After I access the ID, then I will just delete it. And then once I finish the deletion, I will return back to the index. And then I would like to add one more link, which is delete. Okay, I would like to add this delete, and then let's put this one into the script underbar Crud. So this is on the delete section. So there is a delete section here, and then I would like to paste this code, and then let's see how the command works. So let's see how we you can update it, and then let's say I want to delete the ID number 7. Oh, okay, the Chrome still does not work. Let me go to the apps. So I will delete the last. So with this directly deleted. And you can see that whenever we do the operation, we do not refresh the page. So using the JavaScript, we can just directly, so it's deleted. Yeah, no refresh on the page. It means you will save more resources on your page, and then you just do something related to the particular hub, maybe on the table, or maybe on this text field, and etc. Okay, how can we learn about this deletion? Okay, let's look at the delete. The idea is the same with the other function, like the create and then read and then update. So we can check on the document if we click on the dot delete. The dot delete means this is the class delete. And then I would like to get the name. Okay. So as you know, the name is from the P result. So this is the name. I want to get the ID. And then, yeah, this is the class name. This is delete. So I have the class delete, and then I would like to get the name, which is the ID, and I want to put it into the variable ID. So using the Ajax, first I would like to declare the URL. So if I want to delete, then I will just put the delete URL plus the ID. And then I'm going to use the post, and because I don't have any data that I need to submit, so I just connect to the server through this CSRF middleware token. So I would like to get the value of this token and then put it into this data in the Ajax so we can access the server. If it is success, then let's read the data. So the data will be read again, and then let's put the alert. Okay. That's okay. Then I will delete this one because it always show. So if I run again, now the complete version is if I have the title 555, and then if I create, okay, you can see this creation. If I want to edit, okay, and then if I want to delete, then it is deleted. So the resources will be very light, and everything happen in the client. So you will not communicate continuously to the server, and yeah, you don't need to refresh the page every time. Okay, that's about the Crud with the Ajax, and you learn the very basic one about the jQuery, and how can we implement the jQuery with basic syntax of Ajax. Okay, so this is some of the tutorial if you want to look at the details. Now let's move to the next section about the data visualization. First, I would like to discuss the visualization, and then I will let you know about the Streamlit, which is the one of the famous library in Python that you can use with Django. So in this data visualization, we are going to learn what are charts in the web, how can we make charts in the web, and then yeah, some charts example we are going to implement basic charts, and how we can integrate with the backend. Because sometimes we need to handle some algorithm in the front end, and then we need to connect with the backend. So chart is one of the way to visualize the data. And there are many frameworks providing chart templates. For example, Google Chart. The Google Chart, they provide the very basic one. If you look at the if you look at this gallery, let me just put this English. So they provide the very basic chart, like the why it's still in Korean. Okay, it's your chapter. Okay, and then this kind of chart are available. So you can choose which chart you want to use just by calling it, because everything is free. Now we are going to learn how we can access those. First, we will have the raw data. And after we have the raw data, we will learn how we can make the raw data into the data table. And after we have the data table, we can visualize it based on the visual structures. And then the visual structures from these data tables will be converted into the view to the users. So actually there are many kind of frameworks that we can use, and most of them, not most, I think not most of them, but all of them, all of them are from the JavaScript. So that's why we learned about the JavaScript first. And if we understand the JavaScript, it will be easier for us to extract the data visualization. The JS framework have procedures or steps to perform the visualization. And most of the frameworks apply almost the same procedure. So if you use like Cytoscape, the procedure is almost the same with the Raphael.js. If you apply the Protofish, the procedure is almost the same with the D3.js. So it means if you know one libraries, you can implement the other libraries, not that difficult. If you want to know more about the libraries, so you can go to this Wikipedia. They make the comparison about those works. So there are 4 steps when you want to make the charts in your system. Okay. First, you need to load the charts. You need to load the charts library. So it depends on what you want to use. If you use the Google chart, then yeah, you can have the Google chart library. If you want to use the other chart like iChart or D3 or React, so you can access to those library. And then you need to prepare the data and customize the charts. So any chart, they will have parameter or they will have a kind of information how you can draw. Maybe you want to show in the color red or you want to make it bigger and etc. And then draw the charts. Okay. So in this example, I would like to just give you the Google charts, and there's another example about high charts and another example about charts. Okay, now I think let's just use the existing project. Okay, I'm going to use the views.py, and then let's create a new method viewbar, and then return the request to viewbar.html. And then the URLs, we will create the new statement to the viewbar. And then let's create viewbar.html in the folder. Okay. So let's see this one. I will just make a new function. So let's use the first view.py. Okay. So in the project basic REST, I still have the views.py. Okay, let's just put more. So the function viewbar, it will open the viewbar.html, and I will put this HTML file in the folder chart. And then let's make another URLs. So this URLs will be in the urls.py. Oh, yeah, I will just put in the below part here. And then let's make the HTML. So this is the HTML, and the file will be viewbar.html. So I'm going to make in the templates, and then I'm going to make another directory. Okay, let's make directory chart, and then in the directory chart, I will make viewbar.html. Okay, if you have this one, let's look at the result. What is the URL? I forgot. So if you do well, then you will see this kind of chart. In the views.py, we just want to see we just want to show the viewbar.html. In the URLs, we just call the viewbar function. Now we need to look at the viewbar.html in detail. So this is the core of this file. You already know about the head. So in the head, we are going to load the JavaScript, and we are going to use this JavaScript. So this JavaScript is from the Google. This is the gstatic charts loader.js. You can look at this one. You can copy this. So this is the JavaScript that has been loaded into this site. So you cannot access the charts, but you can access the JavaScript. Okay, so you cannot access also this link because they just share the JavaScript in a separate file in order to every person can access this link. And then after I have this, it depends on what you want to get. Yeah. Because I'm using the Google chart, then you can use this one. But if you're using another chart, then the JavaScript will be different. And then you want to know what kind of chart that we are going to do. So in this example, I'm just loading the current, and then I'm using the packages for chart. So some core charts are available, like what you saw before. So yeah, we can say this is the core chart. I don't know what is the English geog chart. Still in the Korean. Okay, anyway, so they have the core chart. The core chart is the information about this chart, and all of them. This one in this page is the core chart from the Google. If you want to know more additional charts, you can connect to this one, and there are many other kind of charts that you can use. And it's very specific. Maybe you can show the map, you can show the organizational chart, motion chart, and etc. So now Google also try to develop more charts. And in the body, so you will see that there is one container. So this is a container to show the charts. You can specify the width, you can specify the height according to your requirement. And I'm going to use the JavaScript. So the language is already deprecated. Actually, you can use this one, but if you don't specify the language, they can understand it is the JavaScript. Now I'm going to draw the charts. Do you know what does it mean? This is similar to the data frame, or this is a kind of multi-dimensional list. So the Python and JavaScript, they have similar way to deal with the array. And we are going to use this data this is the array data, and we are going to convert it into the data table. So let's say later, if you have your data in your database, and then you want to convert it into the data table, then you can create your data from Python using this structure. And then you can convert the array to the data table using this function, and then you can create a new data or a new variable data. And after I have this data, yeah, I can use it for the visualization. Now I have another variable which is options. So in these options, actually there will be a lot of information. Let's say now I'm just using title. So the title will be population, and the numbers will be in millions. So if you see this one, okay, there will be 3 columns. The first column is year, the second column is Asia, the third column is Europe, and then the first row is 2012, and then we can see this is the number of population, this is the number of population, this is the year 2013, and so on. Okay. And I need to define one variable, and in this case the variable is chart. So I'm going to make the chart using the google.visualization.bar chart. In this case, I'm going to use bar chart. Actually, you can define other kind of chart. So you can choose dot, and yeah, you can have many functions here. Oh, it's not available for the possible chart here. So you can see there's a bar chart, and then okay, there are so many methods. Okay, it's not easy to understand from the dot, but yeah, bar chart is one option. And then if I want to use this bar chart, where I want to show it. So here I would like to get the element by ID. So I hope that you still remember what's the meaning by this get element by ID. So I want to put it into the ID container. What is ID container? This is the ID container. So the bar chart will be placed in this section. And in this section, you already specified the width and the height. And what I'm going to do next is to draw the chart, and the chart will be based on the data that I already created. This is the data. And then I'm going to put more options, or I'm going to write the title and etc. When you look on the result, so the result is this one. So the title is population in millions, and then you will see that this data 2012, we have the Asia and Europe, and it is automatically determined by the bar chart in Google. And if you move your mouse, then it's also automatically show a kind of, we call it tip. We call it, this is tip. It is the information about each of the bar. So if you move your mouse, then you can easily get the information. It means you don't need to make the bar chart in complex way, you just need to call the function from Google. Then it is automatically showing all the data that you have. But you need to understand how you want to make the data. So how this chart can run your data. So the data format is important in this case. Okay, so this is the result. Yeah, as I mentioned to you, the first is how we can load the charts library. So the charts library, usually you need to place it into the head. So in the head section, you need to call what is the library that you want to use. So in this case, I'm going to use the GIS library. And then this is the way to call the chart. So I already give you this code, but if you use another JavaScript, it will be different. And then you need to prepare the data. So this Google chart tools, they have a kind of function which is the data table. So you can just change the data from the two-dimensional list into the data table to the JavaScript. And then, yeah, this is the data. Actually, you can also change this kind of data into a data table with more content, or you can generate the data by yourself. For example, like this. I have the data, and then I want to create this as an object from the data table. And this object, now I'm going to add column. So the column, the data type is string, and the column name is browser. The second column, the data type is number, and the title of the column is percentage. And I can add the rows. So the first column will be string, and all of them are related to the browser name. And the second column will be the percentage, and all those will be related to the numbers data. So by using this one, it is also another data table. Okay. So this is also another kind of data table. I think you just use this one. Now let's try to use this one. Is it possible? Okay, I will replace this one. So the variable will be the same data, but I'm using add column to add the columns, and then I'm using add rows to add the data manually the rows. Now, if I look at this one, if I update, then it automatically updates the chart. So as long as you understand the data structure, then you can easily reuse this function. So this is another data. And yeah, you can have another kind of data set. For example, you want to use JSON. How can we use JSON in this case? You need to convert from JSON to a kind of array. And after, if you have the array, then you can convert it into the data type. So you can have the JavaScript to convert the JSON, or yeah, some other kind of data. Yeah, it can be related with the latitude, longitude. You can customize the charts. So as I mentioned to you, we can have the title of the chart, or we can also customize the colors, maybe the line thickness or the background fill, and as well. So I just give you the title. Actually, you can define the width, you can define the height, and sometimes You can even make the graph as 3D. So it depends on the JavaScript whether they provide the 3D option or not. And whenever you try to draw the chart, so every chart type have a different class. It means, yeah, you need to check the documentation. It depends on the library. Let's say this Google visualization, they have the pie chart. If they have the pie chart, then you can just call this pie chart class. They have the bar chart, so you can call the bar chart class. But if you don't have that kind of chart, then you cannot specify. And also, some of the charts, they require different data structure. So you need to look at the documentation. So this is the example from the bar chart. So some charts use the basic package. So in the Google, we use the core chart. But other charts may require additional or different packages. Pie and bar chart are included in the core chart package that you loaded in the beginning of this tutorial. So let's see if I change this to pie chart. Okay, I will change this to pie chart. Then it is automatically changed to pie chart. Okay, you don't need to modify anything. And yeah, you need to know if you use another kind of chart, like say the tree map or geo chart, then you need to look more about the map or the geo map. I think we will learn more about this one. So these are some of the possible chart, and okay, oops, the time is okay. Let's have a break. I will continue this one after the break.